So today I'm talking about autism and travel anxiety and everything you need to know. Here are 3 awesome tips coming up. Hey guys, welcome back to the Aspie world. My name is Dan. I have autism, ADHD, OCD and dyslexia, and I make weekly videos on autism and mental health. So if you want to learn more and you're new around here, remember to hit that subscribe button by clicking the notification bell. If you're watching on Facebook, be sure to give this page a follow, and if you're watching on Instagram, make sure to follow this account for more autism content just like this one. Boom guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the Aspie world, where we think differently daily. If you want to get your hands on one of these autism alert cards, which you can whap out when you're in sticky situations and people really need to understand autism, then you can get these from my website, theaspieworld.com. Definitely check it out. I'll leave a link for it down below anyway, but I just thought I'd tell you about that because people can find these very, very useful. But if you want something for free, why not check out my autism free PDF Autism Life Hacks book, available at autismhacks.net. You can go there right now and download the book for free. Guys, let's get into it. I wanted to do this video for a long time because basically I've had a bunch of different people reach out to me and ask me about travel anxiety and do I get issues with traveling, and I do get issues with traveling, and I basically have an issue with traveling. I've traveled all around the world. I do a lot of stuff. I talk at VidCon. I talk at like Summer in the City. I travel around the UK, travel around the world. I've been to Spain, America. I've been everywhere, right? Now, this, in terms of how does this impact how does this impact my ability to create something good for travel and travel anxiety tips? Basically, I've created workarounds. There was a bunch of different things that happened. One of the main things, which I've written out like 3 main things which I think will help you with reducing travel anxiety, but one of the most interesting things that happened was taking control of the journey. Now, when I first started traveling, I was traveling in like jeans and like t-shirts, and I was having all my bags and everything around me, and I was sitting there just sitting on the plane or on the bus or in the car or whatever, just holding on to my stuff, just like completely scared because I was dealing with social anxieties and things, and the situation was out of my control, and I didn't enjoy the situation, and it was uncomfortable. Nobody wants to sit on a plane for 10 hours in a pair of jeans and a belt. What the heck is that about? So then I decided that I would take a leaf out of Casey Neistat's book. So Casey Neistat is a YouTuber, if you don't know who he is, and he travels around the world a lot too, but he was always wearing his like pajamas and stuff on planes. He'd like get changed in the airport and then board the plane in his pajama, and I was like, dude, that guy looks comfy AF. So I was like, I'm gonna do that. So then I got like comfy pants and then comfy hoodies and t-shirts and stuff, and then I changed before going on a plane. And it was great because what happens is you're starting to control that environment, and that control gives you a sense of ease. That was really, really, really handy for me. So I really, really did enjoy just changing that around, to figure that out. But needless to say, I've actually written down 3 awesome ways that you can really understand and help with traveling to really reduce anxiety. So the first one here is buddying up. I love buddy systems. So the first thing is that I make sure that I have a travel buddy to go with me to wherever I need to go, right? So if I'm going to travel somewhere, maybe it's like I'm traveling to America, or we're potentially traveling to Australia next year, I think that it's really important to have somebody who's there with you who can actually help you in your workarounds, like logistically, like how am I getting to the gate in the airport, how am I doing this in the airport, if something goes wrong, is somebody going to be able to help me? Well, yeah, if you've got your buddy with you, they're going to be able to help you because you've just literally you've just rocked it. You said to them, well, hey, can you take care of this for me? And you've logistically sorted that out. I love that. So buddy system is very, very good. Having something to rely on when you're traveling, or dependent on when you're traveling, amazing. I did this a talk in Boston, Massachusetts, and I had a heck of a time where somebody stole my medication, and it was a whole thing. And then I realized that it was gonna be like, I don't know what it was. It was something like, it was going to be another like 4 or 5 hours until I could get like into my hotel room or something like that. Anyway, so my buddy Alex, who travels with me, is like my traveling assistant. He managed to sort it out for me, and we went to the hospital, got it all sorted. It was amazing. So buddy systems do work. Okay, so the second thing I'm going to talk about is noise cancelling. Now, I did a video all about different types of headphones and ear defenders for people on the autism spectrum, but noise cancelling headphones and taking them around with you is so important. Now, I carry these pretty much everywhere I go. Now, these are the Apple's AirPod Pros, so you can actually put these in your ears, and there's a noise cancelling feature on it where you just click the feature and it basically sucks out all of the noise from around you and keeps it completely quiet. These work on a plane, work on a train, and these pretty much work anywhere. They're so good, and I highly recommend it because because what it's doing is it's taking your mind away from the hustle and bustle. If you think about it, there's so many people in an airport like swishing around, doing all this kind of stuff, and then there's you in the middle like, getting all this chaotic kind of input, and you don't want, you're already anxious anyway, you want to lower that anxiety, you want to take control of the situation. Noise cancelling is probably one of the best ways to do that. Okay, so number 3 is super important. This is vital. It's create a planner. Creating a planner before you travel with like a list of all the emergency numbers you need to go, all the restaurants you can eat at, because people on the spectrum obviously have issues with where they can eat and what they can eat and stuff like that. Every essential part of your journey must be put into a planner that can be made digitally and physically. So I keep a physical copy in my luggage, and I have a digital planner on my Google Drive, which you can access on my phone, and I actually download it to my iBooks as well, so it's available on my phone offline. Now, this was amazing, and I used, I had team members that helped me. So Ash, one of my editors and community managers and support officer for the Asper World, actually helped create like a restaurant list of places we can go and put that into the drive. And then Alex and I came up with the logistical kind of side of it, and we made that into the planner. So it was kind of like a team effort, but it was really good. So we had everything we needed when we landed in LA, and it was just absolutely fantastic. And planning ahead and making a planner, making a visual planner as well, is so interesting. Now, I used an app called Timo a lot for making visual planners, especially last time I was in the US. Now, Timo is a great app designed for people on the autism spectrum and with ADHD, and it has visual icon representations of everything that you need to do. So I highly recommend checking out Timo. I'll leave a link for them in the description down below, but definitely check them out because they're just really good, and it's a perfect app for this type of thing. So you might have like your logistics all out, but then Timo can actually send alerts to your phone and your watch to let you know that, hey, I am needing to go here and do this. So definitely check out that app, because having an organizational app like that with your daily life is going to save you so much time. Guys, if you have anything to add to this, pop it in a comment down below, because I love reading every single one of the comments and engaging with you. If you think this can add value to somebody, please share it on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. It would be awesome. And if you're enjoying this video, put a thumbs up, and I'll see you next time, guys. Peace.